Most of your friends are quietly holding you back, and Seneca realized this 2,000 years ago. We're dissecting the brutal necessity of social pruning to transform your inner circle from a drain into a fortress. Stop prioritizing blind loyalty over your personal growth before your environment dulls your resolve forever. Have you ever looked around at your circle and wondered why you feel stuck? Why your energy drains after hanging out with certain people? Why your ambitions feel smaller when you're with them? You're not imagining it. In 2026, we live in a world obsessed with connection. Social media pushes us to collect friends like trophies, high follower counts, endless group chats, instant replies to everyone. The pressure is real. Be accessible 24/7, never ghost, never say no, never cut ties. But here's the uncomfortable truth Seneca hammered home in his letters to Lucilius. Most friendships are not helping you. They're quietly sabotaging you. Seneca didn't mince words. He saw the same pattern 2 millennia ago that we see now, people rushing into bonds without judgment, then wondering why their life feels heavy. He called it a catastrophic reversal of logic, trusting someone before you've truly judged them. And in today's hyper-connected chaos, that reversal is killing personal growth faster than ever. This isn't about becoming cold or isolated. This is about deliberate, intentional friendship, building an inner circle that elevates you instead of weighing you down. Seneca's guide to choosing friends is more relevant in 2026 than ever, because the cost of bad company has never been higher. Let's break it down step by step, straight from Seneca's wisdom, updated for our modern reality. 1. Challenge the modern obsession with high-volume networking. We live in the age of networking. LinkedIn brags about 30,000 plus connections. Instagram shows thousands of followers. Dating apps, group chats, Discord servers, everything tells us more is better. Accessibility is a virtue. Being hard to reach is rude. But Seneca would call this madness. In his letters, he repeatedly warns against quantity over quality. He didn't care about having dozens of acquaintances. He cared about having a few true friends who could be trusted with his soul. Associate with those who will make a better man of you, he wrote. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual. Notice the standard. Improvement. Not entertainment, not convenience, not nostalgia. In 2026, high-volume networking is emotional quicksand. Every new friend adds mental overhead, messages to answer, expectations to meet, drama to manage. Your attention gets sliced thinner and thinner until you're giving scraps to everyone and depth to no one. The result? Shallow bonds that feel like obligations. You stay connected, but feel more alone than ever. Seneca's antidote is radical simplicity. Stop collecting people. Start curating. Ask yourself the brutal question, does this relationship make me better, or does it keep me comfortable in mediocrity? Most people never ask. They just accumulate, and then they wonder why their resolve weakens year after year. 2. Seneca's warning. Trusting before judging is catastrophic. Here's Seneca's most brutal line on friendship. When friendship is settled, you must trust. Before friendship is formed, you must pass judgment. Read that again. He flips the modern script completely. Today we say, let's be friends first, then see if I can trust you. Seneca says the opposite. Judge first. Trust only after. Why? Because once you let someone into your inner circle, you open the door to their influence, good or bad. Their habits become yours. Their standards become your baseline. Their doubts become your doubts. He calls the reversal catastrophic. Why so strong? Because emotional energy is finite. Every person you trust without judgment drains your reserve. They get access to your hopes, fears, plans, and if they're misaligned, they poison the well slowly. In 2026, this is amplified by digital closeness. One DM, one story reply, one let's catch up coffee, and suddenly someone's inside your head. You share vulnerabilities before you've even vetted their character. Seneca would say, stop. Ponder long before admitting someone. Test their actions. Watch how they treat others when no one's watching. See if they celebrate your wins or subtly diminish them. Only when judgment is passed, when you've seen consistency, virtue, and alignment, then trust fully. Until then, keep distance, not out of arrogance, but out of self-respect. 3. The concept is social debt. How blind loyalty sabotages you.
Seneca didn't use the term social debt, but he described it perfectly. You owe loyalty to childhood friends, old colleagues, family connections, people who've been there. But what if being there means keeping you small? He warns against friendships built on utility or history alone. One who seeks friendship for favorable occasions strips it of all its nobility. In modern terms, if the only reason you're still friends is guilt, nostalgia, or fear of being called disloyal, you're in debt, and that debt compounds. Social debt looks like staying in group chats full of negativity because we've known each other since school, attending hangouts that drain you because they'd feel bad if I didn't come, sharing ambitions with people who secretly or not so secretly compete with you, tolerating toxic behavior because they've been through a lot. Seneca's view is clear. Loyalty to the wrong people is disloyalty to yourself. Your current trajectory, your growth, your peace, your potential matters more than past highs. If a friendship actively sabotages your trajectory, drains energy, lowers standards, reinforces bad habits, it has to be pruned. This is social pruning, not cruelty, courage. How to apply Seneca's guide in 2026. Seneca gives practical tests for choosing and keeping friends. 1. The mirror test. Ask, does being around this person make me more virtuous, disciplined, calm, or do I become lazier, angrier, more distracted? Friendships should be mirrors of your best self, not amplifiers of your worst impulses. 2. The mutual improvement rule. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Real friendship is reciprocal growth. If it's one-sided, you're always lifting, never lifted, it's charity, not friendship. 3. The trust test. Before full trust, can I share my real fears and ambitions without judgment or betrayal? Seneca, speak as boldly with him as with yourself. If you can't, they're not a friend yet. 4. The loyalty audit. Once a year or when you feel stuck, audit your circle. Who energizes me after we talk? Who leaves me doubting myself? Who celebrates my wins genuinely? Who competes or diminishes? Prune without guilt. Seneca reminds us, the wise man is self-sufficient. He doesn't need friends to be happy, but when he chooses them, he chooses wisely. The cost of keeping the wrong circle. In 2026, bad company costs more than ever. Constant notifications fragment your focus. Group drama leaks into your peace. People stuck in victim mode normalize complaining. Social debt keeps you small to avoid conflict. Seneca sighed, the greatest obstacle to living is expectation. Expecting old friends to grow with you often keeps you frozen in the past. The reward of deliberate friendship. When you prune ruthlessly and plant intentionally, your circle becomes a fortress, people who challenge you upward. Conversations fuel growth instead of gossip. You feel lighter, clearer, more resolved. Loyalty becomes earned, not owed. Seneca's ultimate vision, friends as partners in virtue, people who make you better simply by being who they are. Final call to action. Most of your friends are quietly holding you back. Seneca sighed, now you see it. Stop prioritizing blind loyalty over personal growth. Audit your circle this week. Ask the hard questions. Prune what needs pruning. Invite in what elevates. Your environment isn't neutral. It shapes you every day. Make sure yours is a fortress, not a prison. Which friendship are you questioning right now? Drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. If this hit home, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. More modern Stoic guides coming your way. Your inner circle determines your future. Choose wisely.